Good afternoon, student. How are you? Have you seen my latest video about grammar topic direct indirect? Last lecture we discussed about grammar topic direct indirect. Under this topic we have studied how assertive sentence can be transformed into indirect narration, indirect form. How the reporting verb should be changed, then use of proper connective and then other changes. In this way we studied how assertive sentence turn into the indirect speech, then interrogative sentence, how interrogative sentence also can be transformed into the indirect narration. We have studied last lecture. Interrogative sentence, according to the verbal question, there is a connective use as a if or a whether, then make a rough statement and other relevant changes, pronoun changes, etc. And along with these two grammar topic, we continue this lecture the next sentence type, that is exclamatory sentence. How exclamatory sentence can be transformed into the indirect narration or indirect speech. While transforming exclamatory sentence into the indirect speech, see what are the rules at the initial stages. First, reporting verb. You should use reporting verb exclaimed instead of said or said to or any other. Reporting verb should be used as exclaimed. Then remove the inverted comma and use connective that in this sentence, and then pronoun changes, tense changes, other relevant changes should be done according to the need of the sentence. So these are the three important things while transforming exclamatory sentence into indirect narration. Now we will see the example how actual the exclamatory sentence can be transformed into the indirect narration form. For example, first example, Lata said, how sweetly Mala sings. Double inverted comma complete. Now see this sentence. Lata said, in a double inverted comma there is a exclamatory sentence, and now we are going to change this exclamatory sentence into indirect narration form. Now what are the changes we should make in this sentence? First of all, change in reporting verb. Instead of said, we should use exclaimed. Lata exclaimed. Remove the inverted comma and use connective that. Lata exclaimed that. Now see once again, change in reporting verb. Said to or said change into the exclaimed. Use of connective that. Then important step, make a rough statement of this exclamatory part. How sweetly Mala sings. This is exclamatory sentence, and you should make a rough statement. Assertive sentence of it. Assertive sentence should be begin with the subject Mala sings. How replace very sweetly. So this is a rough statement we make, and now change. Lata exclaimed that Mala sings. Simple present tense can be changed into simple past tense. Lata exclaimed that Mala sang very sweetly. So in this way we should change exclamatory sentence into indirect narration. Students, see once again, concentrate. What are the changes we should make in this exclamatory sentence? Reporting verb should be changed, use exclaimed. Remove inverted comma, use connective that. Then we make a rough statement of this exclamatory and begin with the subject Mala. Simple present tense can be transformed into simple past tense and then complete the statement. So in this way we should change exclamatory sentence into indirect narration. One more example we also take up for a practice. second statement or a second example. What a lovely flower in a double inverted comma. What a lovely flower. Exclamation mark, inverted comma, complete. She said. Now see, this is the second sentence. What a lovely flower. At this sentence, exclamatory part is the initial stage and then subject and reporting verb given. So this type of sentence should be transformed in indirect narration according to the other sentences. C, subject should be taken at the initial part, then reporting verb said to replace to exclaimed, and then other relevant changes we should make. So we take subject C, said, reporting verb also replace with exclaimed. Remove inverted comma, use connective that. C, exclaimed that. These are the two changes we have made here. Then now make a rough statement of this exclamatory part. What a lovely flower. This is the exclamatory sentence. Can we change into assertive? It is a very lovely flower. And now we make a change in it. It is transformed to be root transformed into was. It was a lovely flower. In this way, we should make a exclamatory sentence into indirect narration. One more example we also take under this exclamatory sentence. What are the changes we make in this sentence? We will see. Third sentence we are going to practice under this exclamatory sentence. The traveler said. Double inverted comma. What a terrible accident it was. What a terrible accident it was. Now this exclamatory sentence can be transformed into indirect narration. Now see what are the changes can be made here. The traveler, reporting verb said, replaced to exclaimed. The traveler exclaimed. The traveler exclaimed. Remove inverted comma and comma and use connective that. The traveler exclaimed that. Now make a rough statement. What a terrible accident it was. Its a rough statement is it was a very terrible accident or a really terrible accident. Now pronoun or tense changes. It was can be transformed into it had been. It had been a really terrible accident. So in this way we should make a proper changes in exclamatory sentence transforming into indirect narration. Once again I repeat, what we make a proper changes. Reporting verb exclaimed should be used instead of said or said to. Use of connective that, and then pronoun changes, tense changes or other relevant changes we should make in this sentence. So in this way we should transform exclamatory sentence into indirect narration form. Student, do you understand what are the changes we have done here in this exclamatory sentence while transforming indirect narration? Now after exclamatory sentence we turn to the another type of sentence. This type of sentence can be asked for transforming into indirect narration form. The next type of sentence is imperative sentence. Student, first of all, tell me what is imperative sentence. Do you know imperative sentence? Can you tell me any example of imperative sentence? Imperative sentence means sentence begin with a verb. There is no subject in this kind of sentence, that is called the imperative sentence. And how imperative sentence can be, if in direct speech there is imperative sentence, how imperative sentence can be transformed into indirect narration? We are going to learn now. First of all, see the rules. What are the necessary rules here? First, change in reporting verb. Reporting verb should be used according to the meaning of the sentence, such as told, ordered, requested, commanded, advised, it is. So look at the reporting verb. Here are a variety of reporting verb we should use for transforming indirect narration, especially imperative sentence. Then second important step, connective. Use connective TO2 instead of removing inverted comma and comma. Use connective TO2, and then other relevant changes, pronoun changes, tense changes should be made in this sentence. So this is the rules of transforming imperative sentence into indirect narration. Now once again I explain. If general speaker is speaking to someone as a family member, mother is asking her son or her daughter, you should use told. Teachers, any officers giving order in this sentence, you should use ordered. If in this imperative sentence there is a request or word of please, you can use reporting verb requested. Military officer or a king speaking to his soldiers, use reporting verb commanded. Elders as well as doctors also advising patient in this type of sentence, use reporting verb advised in this kind of sentence while transforming into indirect narration. So now we will take an example how imperative sentence can be transformed into indirect narration. First example we are going to deal with. He said into double inverted comma, stop here. Friends, now look at this type of sentence. He said. In a direct speech there is an imperative sentence. Sentence begin with the verb stop. Stop here, friends. Now this type of sentence we transform into indirect narration. He told friends. In inverted comma word friends we should make simplify and use it here. He told friends. Remove inverted comma and comma, use connective to stop. Here it is also place replacing word transform into there. He told the friends to stop there. So in this way this imperative sentence can be transformed into indirect narration from this way. Once again I repeat what changes we have made here. Reporting verb said replace tool. Inverted comma remove and use connective to. In front of TO2, first verb in main position. There should not be change in tense form. To stop, here is a place replacing word replace to there. So in this way we should change imperative sentence into indirect narration. There is a one more example we also take for a practice. Doctor said to patient, double inverted comma, take medicine on time today. So this is the imperative sentence. Now we are going to make a changes in this imperative sentence. Doctor said to patient. See who is the speaker and who is the listener, and what is the mood of the sentence. According to the speaker and listener and mood of the sentence, reporting verb should be changed. Doctor generally advised. So reporting verb we should use advised. Doctor advised patient. Use connective TO2 to take medicine on time today replace that day. So in this way we should transform direct speech sentence into indirect narration. Doctor advised a patient to take medicine on time that day. One more example, also another category we also practice for making suitable changes, especially imperative category sentence. She said, Sneha, don't talk rubbish. Now see, she said in a direct speech, Sneha, don't talk rubbish. If in direct speech there is a word don't, you should use connective not to. For example, now see what are the changes we should make. She ordered Sneha not to talk rubbish. In this way we should make imperative sentence into indirect narration or indirect form. Now we see how reporting verb told use in this indirect speech type sentence, ordered, requested also use. Now one more example we should take for the explanation of commanded. King said, to soldiers, attack on neighboring kingdom. Now see here, speaker is king. Generally king or a military officers ordered or commanded to the soldiers or another officers. So we should use commanded reporting verb here and transform this into indirect narration. King ordered or commanded. Both we should use soldiers to attack on neighboring kingdom. So in this way imperative sentence can be transformed into indirect narration. Now we see generally 4 example here. How in a direct speech there is a imperative sentence can be transformed into indirect narration according to the speaker's tone or mood of the sentence. Now another type of sentence we are going to practice in this category, that is optative sentence, means sentence begin with the letters. Optative sentence means sentence begin with letters. How sentence begin with the letters should be transformed into indirect narration. This is also necessary thing for 12th standard student. We generally see 4 type of example and then one more optative type of sentence remain. We also see some example of it. While transforming optative type sentence into indirect narration, you should use reporting verb suggested. You should use reporting verb suggested and transform in this type of sentence. For example, he said, let us go for a picnic. Now see this type of sentence. He said, let us go for a picnic. In inverted comma, this is a optative type sentence. Sentence begin with the letters. In this sentence, there is a plural form of subject can be mentioned, and that is why this type of sentence can transform into indirect narration. He suggested that instead of letters they should go for a picnic. He suggested that they should go for a picnic. Means if a sentence begin with the letters, you should use reporting verb suggested and then use connective that and use plural form they should, and then another changes. One more example we also see in this category. see, said into double inverted comma. Let us study here. Now see what are the changes we should make in this kind of sentence. See, said. Said also replace reporting verb suggested. Remove letters, use that they should study, and another changes we should make in this type of sentence. Now see the answer. See, suggested that. Remove letters, use they should study. Here is a word replaced to there. So in this way you should also change optative type sentence into indirect narration. Student, now this lecture we have studied three type of sentences. First of all, we study exclamatory sentence, how exclamatory sentence can be changed into indirect narration. Reporting verb exclaimed, use connective that, another changes, pronoun changes, tense changes, another relevant changes. Then we also, next category sentence, we also studied how imperative sentence can be transformed into indirect narration. Imperative sentence transform into indirect narration, there are variety of reporting verb, said, replacing told, ordered, requested, commanded, advised, and use connective TO2. And then last category, optative type sentence, means sentence begin with the letters. How this kind of sentence transform into indirect narration. Reporting verb suggested, use connective that, replace letters they should, and remaining part of the sentence. In this way, in this lecture we also studied three type of sentences, how these sentences turn into indirect narration. Now total in first part and today's second part grammar topic we learn major 4 or 5 main types of sentences, and students should remain or remember collectively all the rules about these 5 type of sentences while transforming direct into indirect sentence in a exam or in a question paper. So remember 3 things while solving the direct speech into indirect. First of all, find out the what kind of sentences given in a inverted comma. Student, remember first of all what kind of sentence given in inverted comma. It may be assertive sentence, it may be exclamatory sentence, it may be imperative sentence, or it may be the optative type sentence. Then according to the sentence pattern, decide what reporting verb should we use while transforming indirect narration. Then what are the connectives we should use according to the sentence type, and then another relevant changes we should make while transforming direct into indirect narration. In this way we should attempt indirect speech or indirect narration in your exam or in your test or another any kind of exam. So remember, recite these rules properly and try to solve some more example of direct into indirect speech, and then practice also can make you perfect in this kind of topic. Thank you.